I left everything behind the night I saw her with him, not just the apartment, not just the keys. I left the life we'd built, the version of love I believed in, and the man I thought I was. And the worst part, she didn't even see me standing. There, I was parked across the street, in the rain, watching the woman I gave my life to kiss someone else, like it was the most natural thing in the world. Not nervous, not guilty, just comfortable. That kiss told me more than any confession ever could. It wasn't the first time it had rhythm, history, weight. I should have stormed out of the car, should have yelled, should have made a scene like they do in movies. But I didn't. I stayed in the car, gripping the steering wheel like it was the only thing keeping me from falling apart. The rain kept falling, and so did every illusion I'd been living in. We'd been married 6 years together in total. Friends always said we were that couple, the solid ones, the ones that worked. But they didn't see the slow drift, the quiet distance that started with late nights at the office, the networking dinners, the work trips that got longer, the phone that was suddenly always face down. I asked questions. She smiled, said I was overthinking, said she loved me. And I wanted to believe her, so I did. Because sometimes we lie to ourselves just to keep the life we've built from collapsing even, when we know it's already cracking beneath our feet. That night, I drove home. You could still call it home. She was still out, of course. Still working? I walked into our apartment, and everything looked the same, but nothing felt the same. Our wedding photo stared at me from the mantel, frozen smiles, eyes full of promises neither of us kept. I didn't sleep that night. I didn't even sit down. I just started packing, not in anger, not in chaos, but in silence, methodical, like a man on a mission to disappear. I left her a note on the kitchen counter. Nothing dramatic, just the truth. I saw you. Please don't contact me. And that was it. I turned the key in the door for the last time and walked into a world that felt completely unfamiliar. Starting over wasn't brave. It wasn't poetic. It was ugly, lonely, quiet. I slept on a mattress on the floor in a one-bedroom apartment, with no curtains, a suitcase, a toothbrush, a coffee maker. That was my new life. Simple, empty, but mine. Friends asked, what happened? I said we grew apart. They didn't need the details because the truth wasn't for them. It was for me, to survive. I deleted her number, blocked her on everything, avoided the places we used to go, because healing doesn't happen when you keep walking through your old life hoping it'll feel new. I stopped checking my phone, stopped hoping for an explanation, because what could she say that would make any of it better? I didn't mean to. She did. You don't fall into someone's bed by accident. It just happened. Nothing just happens. Lies take planning. Secrets take effort. So I focused on me. Started going for walks again. Cooked for one. Picked up old hobbies I'd abandoned when we became everything. Slowly, the silence started feeling like peace instead of punishment. The nights stopped feeling so heavy, and the mornings came. Without dread, it wasn't happiness. Not yet, but it was freedom. And freedom, I learned, is worth everything. Then one day, almost exactly a year later, I saw her again. She was standing outside my office building, hands in her coat pockets, hair tied back the way she used to wear it on lazy Sundays. My first thought wasn't anger. It was confusion. Why now? She looked at me like she was seeing a ghost store. Maybe like she was the ghost. I need to talk to you, she said, soft, hesitant. I didn't say anything, just stared and waited. I messed up, she said. Over with him. It's been over for months. I made a mistake. That word again. So small. So convenient. You didn't make a mistake, I said finally. You made a choice. Over and over again. And now you want me to help you feel better about it. Started crying quietly, like she didn't think she had the right to be louder. I miss you, she whispered. I miss us. But there was no us. There was a memory. There was a lie. There was a man who believed in her, and a woman who led. Him, I looked at her and searched for something: anger, longing, closure, but all I felt was distance. Like looking at a photograph of a place I used to live, familiar but not home. I loved you, I said. And maybe in some version of the past, you loved me too. But the person I was in love with wouldn't have done what you did. So, either you changed, or I never really knew you. She reached out, like touching me could pull us back into what we were. But I stepped back, not out of hate, but out of clarity. I'd spent a year rebuilding, brick by brick, day by day. Couldn't give that up just to make her feel less guilty. So I said, I wish you well. I really do, but this chapter is closed. And I'm not reopening it just because you finally regret turning the page. I got in my car, drove away, didn't look back. For the first time, it didn't feel like running. It felt like choosing myself. Some people come into your life as lessons. Some lessons you only need to learn once. I left everything behind that night, but in doing so I found something better me.